Francisco, no, people go there to get high on lights and gas. Yeah. That sounds wonderful. What did I expect? Give me a reason why I shouldn't beat you both senses right now. Ah, that's crazy. I don't have a reason. I guess you have to beat me now. Hey, get us together. This isn't what we came here for. Are you sure about that? Hello everybody, I'm Degenerate, and welcome back for the last time, Obscura. Today, we are going to be doing Francesco. He's the last character that is needed to complete our playthrough of Obscura, for now, until more stuff comes out. So let us begin. I think, did we ever pick Enjoy the Music? No, we didn't. I find a spot near a wall where I'm likely to be walked into and stand there. Unlikely to be walked into. Watching the band. They're good, and it feels good to just stand and listen. I can't relax completely with strangers surrounding me. I have to make sure no one tries to sneak a hand under my cloak in search of my money or anything else, but it's a background concern. Most of my focus is on the music. A flautist does a playful solo supported by the rest of the players weaving a rich harmony. Another tune sees a singer duet with a guitarist. When I've gotten my fill of the music and my nibbles, and my feet start to ache to move again, I shift away from the wall. I walk deeper into the space. Through an open doorway is a large parlor set up with small round tables and an abundance of chairs. I wonder how many people are doing business here. Okay, this seems to be the same. Right. That's the part with the laughing crowd, obviously, because they just bickered. So let's just approach the stranger first and foremost. It takes me a moment to swallow my initial nervousness, but he's clearly more on edge than I am. That alone gives me the unnecessary push I need. Up close, I take notice of smaller details on him. The golden embroidery weaved intricately throughout his coat, the gorgeous engravings on the sheath of his dagger, the way his chestnut curls delicately frame his face. He's quite beautiful. I waste no more time and slide into the seat next to him. Hey. This one's a little scaredy cat. Oh. He jumps right up, frazzled. Forgive me, I didn't notice you. Okay. Who? Does he? Oh wait, he wouldn't remember bumping into me because I never... Well, did I? Are you alright? Yes, I'm sorry. Only just arrived here the other day. Jackpot. What? Why? He's as inexperienced as can be. Easy prey. For what? Wait, why? His voice is lightly accented, tinted with warmth. I think I recognize it, but I can't quite place my finger on it. Then we're the same. I pause and hold out my hand. Degenerate. An unexpected blush rises in his cheeks as delicate fingers hold mine. Then he turns it so my palm is facing down. And by the time I realize my lips are gently brushing against my... What? Oh. I realize his lips are gently brushing against my knuckles. He's already pulled back. His smile radiates kindness, but I'm left confused, having expected a handshake. Is this how people greet each other where he comes from? That's a lovely name. I'm truly delighted to meet you. My name is Francesco. Well, Francisco, it's nice to meet you too. Does everyone give out kisses this freely where you're from? Oh no, did I perhaps offend you? That wasn't my intention. Is it that unusual to kiss someone's hand here? Anywhere. Incredibly sheltered. He might not know the ways of the underground at all. Why is he here? For all I know, he gave me his real name just then. It's uncommon to say the least. I'm not offended at all, just surprised. I'll do it later. Oh, are you certain? Sure, you can relax around me. Okay. This one is... yeah. He perks right up, and I slowly realize that this boy genuinely believes every word coming out of my mouth. Yikes. Naive. The thought is almost frightening. I have to ask about his name. There's some unsavory characters down here who are too willing to take advantage of people like him. Francesco? I lower my voice. Yes? He tilts his head inquisitively. That's not your real name by any chance, is it? His face falls and forms into a small frown. You think I would lie to you? I have to admit, that's a little hurtful. I sit there baffled. The next second, suspicion settles deep in my gut. Nobody down here is actually that naive, right? Surely not. When you pass those gates, you pass them with the knowledge that you're going somewhere the overworld would rather forget about. That has to be it. He's deceiving me. Just as soon as I think that, he frantically searches through his pockets and pulls out a little card forged out of fine whitish metal, with his name carved right into it. When his digit presses onto the smooth surface, multiple rows of engravings surface to reveal additional information that I'm too shocked to read properly. Francisco, sorry. How appropriate. For a man who apologizes a lot. This man is serious. Either that or his plan is foolproof. Don't trust him, trust him. He showed me his ID. I'm gonna not trust him? There's nothing to suggest he isn't a crook. Except for my gut feeling. But this gut feeling is strong. It's reckless to believe anybody down in the underground, so I'll have to be cautious, but for now I'll choose to open my mind. Listen, you can't go around waving that card or giving out your name willy-nilly. That's just asking for trouble down here. Again, he's taken off guard. Really? Yes. Do you know where you are? A wonderful place. Really? I've been told that if you want to experience everything that humanity has to offer, then this is where you must go. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Mr. Positive over here. That being said, we should find you a temporary name for a while. For a while you're down here. A new secret name? Will you come up with one for me? This one is so, like, passive. What kind of nickname will you give him? Something normal, something silly. I feel like he'd accept the silly one, but let's go for normal. Philip? Philip? You know, I actually like it. Philip is kind of like a submissive name. He's very submissive. That's what I'm getting from him. That he's a very submissive little guy. So, how about Philip? I love it! Look at him! It's very creative. Yup, I typed it out myself. Good. Then from now, when there are people within earshot, I'll call you Philip. He nods, and when a bit of silence settles between us, I realize I've gotten sidetracked. How do I bring up the subject of the OBSCURA? I need to get him to loosen up first. No point in anything unless we've got to know each other a little first. I feel like he'd be willing to answer any questions. Doesn't matter if he loosens up or not. Why are you down here in the first place, then? You mentioned experiencing all that humanity has to offer. Oh yes, that is correct. I'm not sure if I'm imagining it or not, but his smile wavers for an instant. My family is very strict, as you see. If they ever caught me loitering near the entrance of this place, they'd put me under house arrest for days. How'd you get here? How did you get in here, then? Or at least that's how it used to be. Huh? You sound overbearing to the extreme. They just care. I know I haven't painted them in the most flattering light, but they only want to protect me. Uh-huh. I shouldn't be bad-mouthing them behind their backs. Not after everything they've done. Then I'm sorry too. Have you left home? Whoops. What did I do? Okay. He stiffens and lowers his head awkwardly. Not good, he's clamming up. Just as I'm about to figure out how to salvage the conversation, he peeks back up. What about you? What about me? You're asking if I left home? He nods slowly. He has like that default pose or whatever. Maybe he's looking for reassurance? I left a long time ago. Let's say I left a long time ago. I was out of my parents here very quickly. Didn't want to hang around much. That's the way I was raised anyway. Wanted me to be somehow independent and self-sufficient. Do you still have contact with them? Oh, I'm sorry. That's personal. You don't need to answer that. Another wave of silence passes. I sort of envy you. You're very brave for taking control of your life. Thanks. There never was another option for me. You're so strong. Thank you. I am a strong individual. It's so easy to make him happy, right? I don't know. Well, I did leave home. I've got duties on the surface, but I wanted to take some time off on my own. He fidgets, but words come easier to him now. Duties? Duty. I prod for more answers. Yes, my family hails from a long lineage of successful business owners. They're expecting me to handle one of the newly opened branches once I'm finished here. Interesting, Mr. Moneybags. I don't have much in terms of wiggle room. I have to make them proud. His voice falters as I sense we've reached a difficult topic once more. But I've gotten enough information to satisfy me. His family could be of immense help to me if I play my cards right. Boisterous laughter and glasses coming together in a merry toast. Every other minute remind me of how cramped this place is starting to feel. Francesco seems to feel the same way, and nearly jumps at the opportunity to stand up. How about some fresh air? Totally. I'd love nothing more. He hands the waitress a couple of coins and tells her to keep the change, which would have sounded arrogant if it were anybody else saying it. In his case, however, it doesn't come across like that at all. These masks with no holes in them? How are you seeing anything? Like, the only person who has a normal mask is Oleander. Everyone else got their mask covering their whole eyeballs, and I'm like, how are you seeing, bro? There's just no way. But hey, they look cool, so why not? As we make our way through the crowds and finally make it back outside, I'm expecting relief in the form of a breeze, but I'm instead met with a clammy, unnerving stillness of the cavern air, accompanied by an eerie chill. Though I'm grateful for the cold, it doesn't feel the same. Huh? I catch myself before I begin longing for the surface weather, and turn around to see Francesco no longer trailing behind me. Panic leaves me with my heart in my throat, but not for long. Uh-oh. After scanning my surroundings, I find him standing between two well-dressed men tucked away in an alley between the parlor and the rundown apartment next door. What's going on here? Their attire definitely leans more towards the practical, including weapons looking like small sabers sheathed away neatly at their hip. Their masks look exactly the same as Francesco's. Oh. On the contrary to him, though, their lips reveal no emotion. Ah? My first instinct is to interrupt, with how seemingly out of the blue they ambushed him, but once I hear fragments of the discussion, I realize he's speaking to them quite naturally in a language I don't understand. They probably know each other. He's bowing to them. Are they suspicious? Oh, superiors of some sort? I'm starting to feel restless. By the time I've made up my mind to go introduce myself, the two others slip back into the shadows and disappear without a trace. When Francesco makes his way back to me, he seems conflicted. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. They needed to speak to me about something urgent. Make sure you tell me next time. I thought you'd already gone and gotten yourself kidnapped. He shrinks under my gaze, ashamed. Surely you don't think I'm that reckless. I don't know what to tell you. Right. So, who are they? Well, they sort of keep an eye on me? Question mark? Bodyguards? You've got babysitters? No, they're bodyguards. Bodyguards, they're like bodyguards. Tease him, ask about them. Let's ask about them. I'll do that teasing stuff later. On my own time. Bodyguards, what for? My family didn't feel comfortable sending me down here without anyone. Ah. His expression feels a lot more serious all of a sudden. They need me to be safe, so I will accept whatever I have to. As long as I can stay here for a little while. I've said this before, but they sound like a handful. Francesco is an open book, usually. But this time, I can't quite decipher him. They are my family. And family is important to me. Noted! It feels like any other question wouldn't be met with much enthusiasm, so I stop. Around us, the crowds continue pushing through the streets. The lanterns cast a warm glow over our faces as our noses are trickled by the various food smells. One bump onto the shoulder turns to another. We're in the way and we've overstayed our welcome. Where do you want to go now? Did you have any plans? Well, he falls silent for a moment. I have a confession. Great. Can we go to the bridge? Bridge? You don't know where it is? No, lead the way. At this point, I've still got no leads, and impatience starts to gnaw at my conscience. But I need my conscience to be quiet for a while. I don't know what confession Francesco was talking about, but it feels like he's starting to trust me more, even just a little. Okay. Alright. I better not regret this later, I swear. This time, it's my turn to trail behind him, allowing myself to be led through the tiny streets of the marketplace. Part of me is still cautious. This could be a trap. But I still those thoughts too. Okay. Bayou looking place. The river comes into view and we follow it until we reach the aforementioned bridge. It's in a pretty good state considering how long the marketplace has been active. It's made entirely from crimson wood, supported by painted steel beams. Paper lanterns hang haphazardly from the side railing, some dipping so low that they even touch the surface of the water. Despite the people passing over it once in a while, there's a serene quality to it. He turns to face me, smiling. Degenerate? Do you remember when I mentioned that this place was where one should go to experience all that humanity has to offer? Yeah. Suspicion falls over me. But that is what I want. I want to experience everything. Okay. Huh? What exactly do you mean? I've lived under constant supervision most of my life, and I finally have a chance to spread my wings. I want to be reckless for once. I want to feel alive. Do something just for my own sake. Oh, this guy wants to, like... He's like a kid who was homeschooled his whole life, and then his parents finally let him go to college, to high school, and now he wants to do drugs, have sex, like he wants to do everything, all the stuff his parents would not let him do before. He's ready to go crazy down here, and I'm here for it. I'm here, but still, I don't feel like I can do that alone. I'm here. I think I see where this is going. Yes. Please, I'm sure you've got more experience than me. You seem like someone I can trust. Nice. First person you meet? I trust you. Naive. Let's go on an adventure. Yeah, let's go on an adventure. An adventure? You'll have to be more specific. Is there somewhere you want to go? Something you want to see? When I said everything, I meant it. I want to pull my first all-nighter. What did I say? What did I say? I want to be... I want to drink and be irresponsible. I want to visit the most underground clubs. I want it all. Yeah, this one's crazy, bro. There's so many sensations I've never felt before, and I'm making it my mission to finally live my life to the fullest. Sensations. This one is interesting. His his revelation leaves me slightly surprised. I can't. This one is crazy, bro. He'd almost sound like an overzealous teenager if not for the subtle desperation in his tone. I'm a genius. My intelligence is unrivaled. Go along with him. It's time to go my own way. No, we're doing this. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna do all the drugs. It might be irresponsible, but I somewhat believe him. What escapes me is how he's able to trust me, a hooded figure among many others in this marketplace. Say I were to accept and join you for this escapade of ours. Why would you choose me? It's not like I've done anything to earn your trust. How would I get the accord through this though? Like, how am I gonna, you know? In every other route, everyone has been able to help me get something I want. But it's like with him, it's just, oh, join me in this escapade of doing drugs and, you know? Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna tie into this, but I guess I'm about to find out. Maybe I'll be the one who ends up kidnapping you. Uh-oh. Whoa, is he blushing? Then at least I'll still be experiencing something new.
Hey, yo!
This one's weird, bro. You gotta screw loose, Philip. That might be so. But that's alright, I know you'll have my back. Uh-huh. Yeah, this one's a freak. I have no words, nor the energy to tell him how gullible he's being. Fine. It's not us. I'm not one of your babysitters. Let's go on an adventure then. Why are you yelling? Francesco almost hops in place with delight. Smiles so bright I can't look away. Thank you, I can't wait. Me neither. I've got an idea. He frantically points at the street with clothing vendors nearby. The expensive kind. There's somewhere special I want to take us. But we'll need to look our best first. You have an evening outfit? No. Thinking back on it, I brought nothing of excess. All my belongings are purely practical. Nothing that would make me look my best, no. Then allow me to gift you one, as thanks for accompanying me on this journey. As the warm light of the lanterns contrasts with that of the glowworms illuminating his face, I think for a second time that he's beautiful. That's very kind of you. The clothing vendors sell an astonishing variety of rare fabrics and beautiful handmade pieces. I can't. My head is going places. Literally. This guy is like... he's up for anything, bro. I could tell him to go buy a collar and a leash. And he'll go, alright, where's the nearest store? What? Like... he's up for anything. And I am too. I can't wait to find out what the fuck happens in this route. Really, I can't. Silver satins, purses with jewels stitched to the surface, and nightgowns so long they reach the floor. Ew. I would never get a dress that long. It gets so dirty at the bottom. Especially in this mucky place. With how differently everything is cut here compared to the surface, I think it's the perfect opportunity to reimagine my style. But I'm not sure what to choose yet. Do you have any intention of telling me where we're going? Oh, I thought it would be fun to keep it a surprise. You're something else. But if you really like to know, I want to go to the Mosaic Club? What's that? The what? Mosaic Club. It's one of the largest underground dance halls. Ah, underground. Even more underground than we already are. Right? We're underground, right? No, I'm well aware of what it is. Oh, am I? I whisper back in a hush. But do you realize what kind of dancing happens there? It's far from classic ballroom waltzes. Yeah. It's more like raves. Well, of course not. This is a lot less organized. Francesco, no, people go there to get high on lights and gas. Yeah. That sounds wonderful. What did I expect? Oh, please, I'm even more excited now. I guess that is what I signed up for. Yes, but first of all, let's find you an outfit. I won't allow you to refuse my gift. It's time for you to have some fun. Yo, that reminds me of Mink's route in Dramatical Murder. We went to this club where the drugs was like the lights, the flashing lights and stuff. I would have loved to go there. That's so cool. How do you get high off of light? What? It was so fun. It was like the best. It was also the best spicy scene, so yeah. I enjoyed that part of the route a lot. He almost pouted at this point. If only you knew. We're about to know. As we make our way through different little stalls, browsing the pieces at the slow pace, my mind wanders back to my predicament. Ractum anima waits for nobody. Right. Oh, that's our curse or whatever, our illness. Is it really such a good idea to be following him tonight? Should I not be looking for the lunar ichor instead? That's what I'm saying. But you know what? I don't care, bro. I don't care. It's a small sacrifice to get to know him better, to show that I'm a trustworthy person. Even though what I'm doing is selfish. Maybe once we become friends, he'll be like willing to buy the ichor for me. Or to get it. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. I swallow my guilt and keep my eyes peeled for the ichor amidst everything else. Not when we're drunk and high and partying. I can't give up. Oh, I remember this. Finally inside the quaint tailor's shop, Francesco holds up a piece of fabric. It's pure black silk, luxurious and smooth to the touch. Simple but classic. Oh, classy. I think a piece made with this could look incredible on you. You think so? Black's my color? Yes. Wait. Why is color spelled like that? Huh. The idea of you wearing this is... his cheeks flush scarlet. What? Flirt don't. Yeah, we're gonna flirt with this one. Very submissive. He's a submissive guy. Why don't you finish your sentence? Oh. Well, it's just that... I'll wait. I'm a middle school teacher, waiting for their class to settle down. He looks away, clearly ashamed. It fits with the atmosphere where we're going. It's powerful and elegant, and he fumbles. Keep going. I want to see you wearing such a powerful outfit. Is that wrong? No, actually. Unless you're super religious, then it is. To you. Not to me. Nothing is wrong to me. Under my mask, I smile, deeply satisfied. Cute. Let's go for this one, then. Ooh, this is a different person. I guess it's just the same in the background, I guess. I'll see that kid in the Only in His Route, and I'll be like, oh, that's so cool. Connections. Combination. Francesco hands a piece of silk over to the tailor, who assesses me with a short nod. I need to take your measurements first, dear. Thank you. Go ahead. Would you like some privacy? Sure. I realize I will have to take off my cloak, so I accept her offer. Following her slow steps to the back of her little shop, where there is a discreet corner with a curtain draped across. You may remove your cloak in there, and come out when you're ready. Her voice is gentle and unhurried. It's an almost comedically stark contrast to her mask, which portrays a set of vaguely unnerving, hollow eyes that follow my every move. Yikes. I shed my cloak without second thought and reveal myself to the tailor. I hold my arms up and allow the elderly woman to wrap the measuring tape around me in quick practiced motions. In the meantime, she gossips. I hear there has been an increase in festivities recently. There's change in the air. The underground itself must be going through a metamorphosis. Look at you, using big words. I see many newcomers every single day, I do. See anybody who caught your eye? A couple. It's hard to tell, since even masks get swapped out with frequency in this area. Oh, there was one gentleman. What was his name? Absinthe? Well, I plain forgot, but he came by last month, quite the charmer, and left a great tip too. Oh, he was just a delight. I also tended to his famous to be so the connection was made either way. So yeah, I'm so smart. I also tended to a famous baker called Leva, you know, the one who made those divine earthenberry brooches. Okay. I don't have the heart to stop her rambling. Instead, I make a mental note of the names for later use if needed. The measuring tape loosens around my waist as she takes a moment to note down the final number. Did you say you wanted a suit or a dress? Ooh, I've always wanted to wear a suit. Very well. She nods and carefully writes down some details in her notebook. I hope you won't mind me taking some creative liberties with this. Far from it, I encourage it. Thank you, dear. I am attached to this cloak. It's basically my second pair of skin. Like, I refuse to take it off. It's insane. We make our way back outside where Francesco is waiting, wallet in hand. How long will it take for the piece to be ready? The excitement in his voice is obvious. I can pay extra if you'll make it a priority, madam. Madam! And when will you be needing it? Tomorrow? That is very short notice. Creating a full-body piece in that amount of time is beyond ambitious. Consider a week instead. No, please, I'll pay you double. My gosh, she wants to see me in this outfit so badly. He raises his voice. The sudden desperation confuses me. Really, he's not that impatient. Philip, the Mosaic Club can wait, and so can I. I'll pay triple. Please, madam, there's not that much time. Right, because he said he can only be here for a short while. Wait, what? Perplexed, I tried to meet Francesco's gaze, but he's focused on the elderly woman. Hey. No answer. $2.75 rum if you want it in time tomorrow. That's my best offer. Thank you, we'll take it. I raise my voice to protest, seeing as the amount essentially equates to a monthly paycheck. Are you out of your mind? I can't accept that kind of gift. What's wrong with waiting? He just told us that he's only here for a little while. Stop it! Stop it! Let's go do drugs and go crazy. Finally, he turns to face me, lips set into a thin line, an expression completely unlike him. Please, degenerate. I still don't understand. What does time have to do with any of this? He wouldn't know, would he? Huh? I take another... What? I take another long look at the boy in front of me, with his earnest body language and perfectly manicured hand that curl around his purse. He's got a purse? Well, I certainly don't know anymore. The tailor reaches out to accept payment from Francesco so quickly that she's afraid of me changing his mind. Please come back tomorrow night. Thank you, madam. He turns back to me. He turns back around to face me and smiles softly, almost nervously. Let's go. Let's... Without another word, we leave the street and make our way back to the bridge, air thick with tension. I know for a fact we both feel it. Fa-fa-fa-fa. That weight on our chests, but we don't breach the silence. We begin following the stream downwards, eyes fixed on the water. It shimmers like a pool of ink in the darkness, opaque and midnight colored. Several theories form in my head. He's either got a secret of his own, or he is nothing more than a petulant child with no concept of patience. But that doesn't seem right. My stomach twists into knots. Maybe he's affected by fractum anima too. I was kind of thinking that in the back of my head, but not like completely. Then I stop those thoughts dead in their track. I'm being unreasonable. I wish I knew what the illness did to us. Like, does it have a physical appearance or something? Nothing. I have no information about this illness that we have. We arrive at the point where the river flows into a small opening on the side of the stone wall and can no longer progress. Around us, voices have hushed, and glowworm lightly barely illuminates our faces. I don't waste any time and turn to face him. Francesco? He nearly jumps at the sound of his real name. What's got you all agitated? Well, I just got a little too excited about the event, I'm sorry. A little too excited? Right. Ugh, don't be mean. Ugh. As someone confirms it, he's a terrible liar, and my suspicion only grew. Only what? It should say grew, yeah. It's meaningless to confront him about it. It'll only scare him off, and he's the only real lead I've found so far. I'm unwilling to sacrifice that. So as I desperately cling to what may be the only lifeline, I let go of my suspicions for now and let them float away. It takes me a while to formulate a reply. Well then, at least one of us has the energy to be excited. My answer seems to melt the awkwardness away for him, as his shoulders drop into a more relaxed pose, and the corners of his mouth stretch into a sweet smile. I, however, am still rigid with tension. But if it's for the sake of getting along, then it's good that we're going tomorrow, so that we still have the chance to rest. I swallow thickly and nod. Yeah. I'll definitely need it. Yeah, exactly. For where we're going? Yeah! I want to say more, but the words are lodged deep down at my throat. For better or for worse, I keep them there. Eventually, Francesco glances over to the streets behind us, still alive with constantly changing crowds and vendors, and music, and I realize I've forgotten about how much time has passed. Though I'm not tired yet, my biological clock tells me it's time to get rest. Rah. Will I see you tomorrow then? Of course. I subconsciously check my pockets, relieved to find the keys to the Leaping Bear still lying next to my coin purse. With that, and a quick farewell, we part ways. Cool! Now that I'm finally done, the exhaustion comes back full force, and with that, I stop dead in my tracks as a dizzy spell washes over me. My hands grab at the air for the nearest object of support, and that, in this case, the railing next to the water. Shit. What? I let the wave of nausea pass with a couple deep breaths. Then the sensations leave as though they never happened in the first place. I shouldn't stay out here much longer, not in this kind of state. What? Is that our illness? Because it's never happened before. And we didn't drink anything suspicious. We didn't eat anything suspicious. I'm, like, confused. The way back to the Leaping Bear is straightforward, thankfully. The moment my bedroom door closes behind me, I collapse onto the wooden floor. I make quick work of my mask and toss it aside, relieved to breathe normally again. At least sleep comes quickly now. Not even the worries of how tomorrow will go will keep me awake. Alrighty. When I manage to peel my eyes open, I don't know what time it is. I suspect I overslept, judging by how crusty and famished I'm feeling. Uh-oh. At least my mind feels clearer than it does yesterday, and I eventually make my way down the stairs and towards the bar, where I order some oatmeal, as usual. Today it's served with different toppings, caramelized coconut flakes and a dark burgundy-colored syrup. The taste test reveals that it's concentrated black currant. Okay. Tonight has the potential for being the biggest mess. I need all the energy I can get. I don't allow myself to dwell on those thoughts for too long, and soon enough, I'm out amongst the stalls and wares once more. The wares are, all in all, no different from usual. Each stall will swap inventories once in a while. but the chance of anything rare popping up is minuscule at best. I start to recognize the owner's masks. And then mine. With each passing minute, I'm more and more tempted to find Francesco. It feels like the only way I'm going to advance my search in a significant way. My fingernails dig into my palm. I should go ahead. I've been searching for a while. I easily find my way back to the tailor's stall, where we agreed to meet again. Francesco is already here, leaning against the wall, so as to not get in the way. You're early, Philip. Degenerate! Yes, I just couldn't sit still, so I decided to come here as fast as possible. How long have you been waiting? The silence tells me everything I need to know. Well, let's pick up your outfit first. I believe it's ready now. This little one, this Pookie Bear, he's something else. His lips widen into a soft smile. Hello? The tailor beckons me inside, where she hands me the completed garment. My fingertips instantly glide over the surface of the material. A feeling of pure luxury. Once it's on me, the two-piece suit frames my shoulders and hugs the curves of my waist to near perfection. It's an instant confidence boost that makes me stand up straighter. I like it. The silk feels divine against my skin. I find myself missing the privacy and safety that my cloak offers, so I'm pleasantly surprised to see an additional cloak placed aside for me, embellished with swirling patterns. Oh my gosh. We are just in love with this fucking cloak. It's the worst. I wish we could just... Well, I guess it has to, like, be able to be put on for the little thing in the corner, so that it doesn't reveal a hair. It's like, we should be able to pick our hairstyle too then, if that's the problem. The hood comes up again, but I leave a gap in the cloak to reveal the silk underneath. That feels much better. So it looks like their routes are the ones that let me change my outfit. That's about it. It's fine. It's fine. Just wish I could see the outfit. When I step outside of the changing room to reveal my outfit, the tailor quickly smooths some wrinkles away and otherwise nods satisfied. Quite stunning. Do you like it? Of course. Do I ever? Thank you for your hard work. Don't you mention it. We're grateful for your generous patronage. After stashing my previous outfit into a cloth bag, I make my way towards Francesco, who instantly goes rigid, lips nearly trembling. I hope you did pay her triple. She's done a pretty good job. She did. His voice almost comes out as a squeak. I'm gonna assume you like what you're seeing? He pauses. I don't know what to do with myself right now. I can see that. You look nothing short of magnificent. This is everything I could have hoped for. His compliment feels genuine enough to make me smile. Thank you, Philip. I think we'll look wonderful while we dance. He goes quiet for a while, then blushes again. You're welcome, and I agree. I'm sure they won't be able to keep their eyes off you. Shall we? Who? Who's they? I nod in the direction we're headed in. Yes, right. We bid the tailor farewell and turn around to leave. This one is definitely something. The side streets we follow take us straight to the entertainment district, where the brothels and bars are pressed together around every corner in barely controlled chaos. Among it all, the Mosaic Club seems worn down. The facade has long since lost its colors, and the only indication of it being said club is a metal sign hanging loosely in the front. At first glance, it doesn't even seem like they want guests. But the black carpet paving the entryway and the slow stream of smoke emanating from somewhere within tells me otherwise. Whoa! You've got a cool mask. The bouncer with the crow mask allows us through after a quick glance. Don't give us any reason to kick you out or you'll pay dearly. Of course. Excuse me? To my horror, Francesco stops in his tracks and faces the bouncer. Please don't threaten people so casually. It's quite harmful. You can't be serious. You got a problem, punk? Oh. Well, yes, we haven't done anything to warrant this kind of treatment. It costs nothing to be kinder to those around you. Oh gosh. Hold. You want to tell me how to do my job? They gravely. He's so serious right now. Their gravelly, smoky voice cuts through my objection. Why don't I take you out back in the alleys to show you how things work around here? Wait a minute. Don't. Let me go instead of him. You could show me exactly how things are taken care of. Around, you know? You seem like you know what you're doing. That won't be necessary, yes, because I will be taking his place. Sorry for the trouble. I'll take care of him. Okay. Ooh. Oh, no, you don't. What? Just as my hand reaches out for Francesco's arm to pull him away. To pull him out of the way, the bouncer grips... Oh, no! It closes around my wrist hard. Oh, what are you doing? Not today. Huh? Little snouts like you who run their smart-ass mouths piss me off the most. And now you want to lecture me? I tried to help you. I tried. Cool it, we're just coming through. My attempt at freeing myself is futile. They've already gotten a hold of Francesco's fancy coat with a merciless tug. I hear him whimpering from the side. Give me a reason why I shouldn't beat you both senseless right now. Ah, that's crazy. I don't have a reason. I guess you have to beat me now.
Is this?
Ooh, okay, good. I forgot. I didn't even see what the last one was. I think it was insult them, but it's like they're already angry. Why would I do more to make them angry? Because you don't want to smear the mosaic's reputation. They're not paying you enough for this. When something settles between us, I brace myself for the worst. And the bouncer's grip loosens. Both of you to assume I care about this dump's reputation. I meet their gaze through their masks, eye holes, while we take slow, measured steps toward the entrance. If you decide to cause any more trouble in there, nobody will find your corpses tonight. Stop flirting with me. Gosh. Ooh, what was that? An ugly, icy shiver trickles down my spine, but not before I drag my companion inside and out of the crow's reach. My hands grab at Francesco's arm and I give it a warning squeeze as I tug him closer to myself. I feel him squirm, but he holds his tongue. Coming through. Yeah, watch it. Uh-huh. What a mean and aggressive guy. Oh my gosh. He's such a flirt though. What a guy. We disappear through the entrance and into the darkened corridor that leads to a bustling cloakroom instead of bathrooms. It wasn't noticeable at all from the outside, but this place is quite packed. Now standing in line in hopes of shedding our outerwear, I take a moment to send a stern look through my mask in the boy's direction. I don't... Why would he do that? Like... He obviously, yeah, he definitely doesn't know how this place works, because he really just talked to a bouncer that way. The person who's letting you inside. Oh my gosh, he's so silly. What a goofy guy. I don't need to tell you that wasn't very clever. Next time you want to play the hero, give me a heads up beforehand. But his response doesn't come as we fall into a familiar silence. My grip around him softens, and instead I move my hand to give his arm a gentle rub. Francesco, no, I understand. I shouldn't have interfered with their job. Yeah. His crestfallen posture makes my heart unexpectedly ache, as it dawns upon me that I feel genuinely bad for scolding him. Oh my gosh. You were trying to maintain our dignity, so thank you for that. His head droops lower. I've caused you so much trouble. I'm sorry. It's fine. Raise your head, it's alright. Here, let me take your coat. Shh, don't. Don't say anything. Just relish in it. Okay. When he unbuttons said coat with delicate fingers, it reveals a crisp, freshly ironed shirt underneath, and a silvery color that shimmers underneath the muted lights. It complements his warm bronzed skin tone to perfection. Even more stunning are the strands of jewelry underneath, all connecting into a gorgeous centerpiece that frames his collarbones beautifully. Ooh. Very pretty. Thank you. It's my favorite outfit, actually. It's mine too. I can see why it fits you like a glove. A nice glove, one that can also be taken off just as easily. I hand over his belongings and my own bag, minus the purse that I refuse to part with, to the person in charge, then pocket the numbered coin they give me in return. This is about to be an experience. With my new outfit exposed, I don't miss the way Francesco's gaze lingers on me. Slowly but surely, the previous tension melts away. The low thrum of the bass in the background floods our senses. The smoke blurs the hall, transforming it with its swirling haze. Why is it black? I'm not seeing anything. I thought I could make out a smell, but I'm mistaken. The smoke is thick and odorless. We should be safe here. I'm ready to go now. Then let's go in. I hold out my arms toward him, and he takes it, linking us together as we make our way through the rest of the corridor, leading us to the main dance floor. Ooh, red! I love red. Once inside, I instantly shield my eyes with my free hand. Although there is still a substantial amount of smoke clouding the room, there's no mistaking what we see here. What we see there. Huge steams of light spilling on the dance floor. Spilling down the floor from the ceiling, flickering on and off at a slow, rhythmic pace. Close to matching the music itself. The music is unlike anything I've heard before. The instruments sound completely foreign. Most of the soundtrack relies on hushed vocals and some kind of hollow set of percussions. Around us, the sleek wooden walls are raised high, painted a matte black that crumbles at the corners. It's clearly a well-used room that has seen decades of parties and debauchery, and it makes me wonder what kinds of people pass through here. When I look towards Francesco to see his reaction, his mouth is slightly ajar. Not what you were expecting? No, this is better. It's better. I can't wait to dance. We're surrounded by the mass of... Yikes. I would never. Ugh. I don't know. This sounds really fun though. I'm gonna lie. It's like dancing. I've never done that before. I tried. It's not fun. It's awkward, bruh. Social anxiety takes over my brain when that happens. We're surrounded by a mass of people already under the influence of something, though I have a hard time telling what. Many are clinging to each other, desperate for physical touch. Probably like one of those aphrodisiacs or something. Is that called ecstasy? I believe that's the one that makes you feel really good. Others dance on their own, focused so intently on the music that I think they wouldn't even notice if someone set the place on fire. There's determination and purpose to their every movement. Jeez. I thought the lights and gas would affect us a lot quicker. Maybe we still need to give it some time. My companions had already moved closer to the center. Yikes. Walking in sync to the music, his hips were swaying lightly and his shoulders loosened. Look at him. He is definitely enjoying his time here. That's nice. That's all you, bro. I'll keep my distance at first. I'm not sure how I feel about this atmosphere yet. What I do know is that several other dancers already have their eyes on Francesco, and it's not hard to see why. He's really good at dancing, isn't he? I find it surprisingly difficult to avert my eyes from the scene. That's the problem. You're dancing, you mind your business. There's always somebody watching you. That's anxiety, social anxiety in a nutshell. His whole body language transforms with every beat, a complete metamorphosis happening right before my eyes. On occasion, he slows, stagnates, almost as though hesitant, as though still in the process of shaking off the rust. But then with another confident step, he rises and embraces the music. I have to force myself over to the counter to pick up some drinks, as the image of Francesco dancing in an almost sensual, otherworldly fashion leaves my mouth dry. 2 sour gills, please? Bartender makes quick work of my order. Lime peels, blueberries? Chunks of ice, a couple of glugs of some nondescript liquor. I smell its refreshing whiff, even from where I'm standing. She slides the glasses in front of me in one smooth motion, and I quickly pay up, throat itching for a sip of something cold. Uh-oh. By the time I find Francesco, he's not alone. He's enjoying his time, I guess. Have fun! With other people. It's fine. An eccentrically outfitted dancer sways with him, and another has their fingertips digging into the sides of his hips, leaning down to whisper something sweetly in his ear. He shifts, adjusting his moves to match the crowded surroundings he now finds himself in. I'm hit with the realization that they look really good, all of them together. Engulfed by the club's heat, soaking in the burgundy lights. I got distracted a little bit, I'm sorry. And then I feel oh gosh. And then I feel a familiar tightness in my chest. What? My lips twist into pleasure. Yeah. Yeah. It's jealousy. It's jealousy. I'm jealous. With all the red in the room, I'm the only green thing in here. Absolutely pathetic. It feels petty, the idea that this stranger would make me feel anything of that variety. But here I am. I considered the thought for a while. Do something about it, leave it be. Damn it! I didn't want to have a choice. I just wanted it to just do something. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do something about it because it is bothering me too. Yes. We came here together. Who are these hussies? Let me talk to you. Just for a short while. I don't like this. Seeing them claim him for themselves. No, thank you. I can't believe I'm doing this. Another warm surge of power floods my veins as I make my way towards the dance floor, locking eyes with Francesco for a split second before concentrating on the unwelcome guests. Hey! I don't know how this is being said, but I'm just gonna say hey! First stranger? Which one? Hey, darling. Oh, okay. So it's that one. They sound just barely slurred. What's wrong? Everything. Everything is wrong, my love. Hands off the boy. What are you on about? We're having a good time. I'm not. I know this is probably oh gosh. I know this is probably bad because I'm acting like a parent, but that's not exactly how I'm feeling right now. That's not it. It's probably coming off like that to him, but no, it's more like me thinking, oh, we must be together, right? We must be. I'm disappointed that I picked that, but it's fine. I just want to see what happens. The other stranger chimes in. Yeah, you don't own him. Right. And what if I did? What are you gonna do about it? Oh my gosh. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't feel like myself. That's Francesco right now. Come here, Philip. Come. Come to me, Philip. Seriously? You're one of those? Ah? Francesco searches my gaze, baffled. So sad, we're just here for a good time. Listen up a little, pal. Die. What? I really shouldn't have to repeat myself. He's mine. Look at us taking charge. That's nice. The words come out more forcibly than expected. With a slight grumble, they slick away. Or slink? How do you slink away from somewhere? Disappearing into the darkened crowd ahead of us. When they're gone, the sudden warmth leaves me. My shoulders loosen, my jaw unclenches, and I feel in control again. What just happened? I did something really bad. Just got a little carried away. Now I feel bad. Just a little bit. Just a little bit though. Not that much. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Anyways, he says to me, the person who was willing to go with him in this place here, he says to me, I'm not yours. That's fine. No, you're not. You're a free person. That's right. But as long as we're doing this together, you're under my protection. Right. I can barely make it out amidst the dim lighting. But I notice his face flushing scarlet. Yes, I understand. Right. So was I good or bad? The music speeds up a notch. Now fully immersed in the center of the club. Cause I can't figure it out. What was that good or was that bad? He is so confusing me right now. Like, I take a deep breath. Breathe. And I realize with cautious skepticism, I feel no different than usual. I should at least feel some brain fog, some slowness, something by now. We've been here for long enough for it to enter our system. I think it's entered Francesco's system because he's probably a lightweight. So Francesco seems to be affected though, tipsy looking almost. My eyes trail over his dancing figure, the elegant movements, the passionate whip back of his hair, and I know he doesn't have a care in the world right now. What gives? This is so much fun, isn't it? His hand pulls me in towards him as we stumble into a rhythmic dance of our own. I keep him upright, he keeps me moving. We form a symbiosis of patterned movements and clumsy twirls until it smooths out. And we find our balance. The steady bass reverberates within my chest. Yeah, this. The blueberry lace drinks go down without resistance. It hits me not long after that I too feel free. Like a bird. Amidst the crowd of strangers, the dimmed strobing lights, and the ever so slightly too loud music. Nobody remembered me tonight except for the person in front of me. Francesco twirls me again, face lighting up with a smile I can only describe as euphoric. Under my mask, I smile back. I'm about to raise my hands in an effort to dance more, then the song ends in an almost abrupt manner. And instead, a heavy, deeply bassy pulsation spreads through the room. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. Rhythm so intense it reaches into my chest and grasps my heart. Ah? Ooh, is it kicking in? Is it? Bro, you know what that reminded me of? One of Lawrence's endings in Boyfriend to Death. He literally, oh my god, I don't know how many times, I feel like I've said this so many times, but it's the ending where he literally, it's obviously a bad ending. To me, it's good. I like it. He literally opens, like he cuts you open. He puts, I don't know where he cuts you open, I think it's your gut. He cuts your gut open. He puts his hand inside of you. Like he's all up in your organs and your guts, basically your actual guts, intestines and everything. He slithers around in there like a little snake. He ends up like going through your rib cage and everything. He grasps your heart like he's feeling it beating, literally. And what does he do? He grabs it. He's grabbing it, right? And he squeezes it until it fucking pops. That's literally what he does in that ending. And that's when I fell in love with him. Yeah. What's happening? Just a little sidetrack, you know? Someone must have gotten a little creative with their music sheets. It feels harder to get words out. They swim like thick syrup across my tongue. This rhythm is like... Francesco stumbles again, harder. I try my best to support his weight on my shoulder. It's a heartbeat. Yeah. What's happening? This is not music then. The light pulsating in unison, glowing with bright shades of red and pinks and browns. The smoke too changes. There's a distinct smell to it now. Something slightly leathery and earthy. It's intoxicating. Yeah. How do you get someone like high off of sounds and smells? That's crazy. I try to refocus my thoughts on more productive things, such as maybe leaving, but my mind is clouded by a slowly increasing haze. Not much time. Why would we want to leave? Why would we want to leave? Okay. Francesco is leaning on my shoulder, studying his breathing. I catch a whiff of his scent, a bit of patchouli, a hint of sage, and something warm. It's completely unexpected. Has he always smelled this good? Has he always been this close? Hey, Philip. Uh-oh. He nuzzles in closer. Hey. Get us together. This isn't what we came here for. Are you sure about that? He peeks up at me, perfectly still for a while. Is it not? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What? Attending a glorified musical hormone bath? No, I don't think so. Oh my gosh. Ugh, it's happening again. I really need to play a more 18 plus game. Like, it has to be really 18 plus. Like, I'm tired of our character rejecting any sort of like physical. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I have to force myself to push him back into an upright position where he stands in a daze, taking in his slowly morphing surroundings. Then he crumples back onto me. We feel it, the increase in temperature, the surge of pheromones and musk in the air. It's so... What did I just hear? It's so tangible and intense that even complete strangers fall into each other's arms. He gasps. And I know why. Whatever this cocktail of mind-altering component is, it's very effective. Around his hands rove over bare shoulders. Fingers curl into thick locks of hair, lips meshed together in pure desperation. It is wild and untapped and so very raw. You know? With every bassy beat, I feel my grip on reality fading. Francesco has never looked so mouth-watering. Eat up! Nom nom! It takes everything in me not to throw myself on the boy in front of me. The unbuttoned shirt. Oh my gosh. The creamy, slightly damp skin it reveals. The way he's staring up at me like I'm the only one he can anchor himself onto. Stranger? Who is this? Hey, love. No. The voice in my ear makes me stand on end. Who is this? It's a petite person with a bright, breathy voice clinging onto the fabric of my cloak. Their lips nip at the shell of my ear incessantly? What? No! As I attempt to free myself from their grip. Couldn't help but notice your outfit. Oh, well, thank you, but I'm not interested. You in need of company? I have my company. Thank you very much. No, thank you. I suppress my uncomfortable flush of heat in my body and uncurl my fingers. Don't touch me like that. I'm good. Please, get away. I need something. I need something. I need help. What? No. My head whips back up to see Francesco with his arm outstretched towards the crowd, panicking. What's going on? My purse. Oh no, not your purse. They took my purse. Oh no! We have to find your purse. Of all times. When I turn around to throw the person off me for good, they already vanished into nothing. I'm briefly seized by panic and I pat myself down to check for all my belongings, but it seems their hands didn't make it under my cloak, so I breathe a heavy sigh of relief. Then with the adrenaline quickly leaving my system, the haze reclaims me. Come on, let's find your purse and give those thieves a piece of our mind. Yes. He fidgets nervously. Writhing on the spot, I can tell he's holding himself back to the point of discomfort. Let's find them. What? What am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's in front, bathrooms, club entrance. Well, the only people he's been around were those two at the beginning. And then just recently that person that was over here. And they just disappeared into thin air. Let's go search a dark corner. Why not? I'm not sure what I was expecting, but the far corner of the club is decorated with dark velvet drapes to cover some peeling paint and a few empty armchairs. There's nothing here. That is, except for one lone shirtless customer who's busy filling a tiny glass pipe with a clear liquid. I don't need to ask to know that it's probably not water. You need something? Not from here, no. I don't mind sharing. Your drugs? I think I'll pass. Beside me, Francesco pipes up, but I shoot him a warning look before he has the chance to say anything. Not now, you rascal. You're right. He returns to a sentence. What? To what? He returns to his senses, keeping his eyes peeled on our surroundings. It's the good stuff, though. This sight actually strikes me as rare. His mask barely covers his face, so I see his eyes. Tired, lidded eyes. The bass is only getting more intense by the second. My body feels unbelievably heavy. For a second, I'm almost tempted to have a seat with him. The second quickly passes as I remember my purpose for being here in the first place. Have you seen a short duo with high-pitched voices and cracked masks, quick on their feet? Maybe memory's foggy though. Vaguely remember someone carrying something. Loud metallic sounds, that's about it. That might be a lead. We could be going in the right direction. We'll just be on our way, thanks. Enjoy the night. I'm trying! Where to next? Wait, but he never gave us the, direction. Let's not go to the front, that's kinda stupid. Because if we go to the front of the stage, we get to hear the music louder in our face, and we're definitely gonna fall to something. Let's just search the back of the dance floor. Again, we wrestle through the tight formations of people and manage to squeeze our way to the back, where we're greeted by another dark wall. Anybody you recognize? No, I don't think so. He's growing more tense by the minute. I don't blame him, this is awful. We trail along the edge of the wall, from one end of the club to the other, narrowly dodging couples, clothes, and the occasional passed out drunk on the floor. It's growing unbearably hot in here. Every breath feels like inhaling tepid vapors. The people on the side of the club are too distracted to offer any kind of coherent answer. I can't blame them either. Should we look somewhere else? Yeah, there's nothing here. Stay calm. Where to next? Oh my gosh. Go to the bar? No. The bar. We're back at the bar where I previously ordered our drinks, but it's eerily empty for such a busy night. Well, of course, everyone is more interested in each other. Have you seen anybody suspicious come through here? The bartender's semi-raised mask exposes sweaty, pallid skin and barely trembling lips, like she's close to passing out. No, what do you mean by suspicious? They were two fairly short people. Their masks were cracked, I think, and they were awfully fast. If they came through, then I didn't see them. Although now you mention it, I did see two people who hung around here for a little bit. Didn't order anything though. Just left after a few seconds. I'm guessing you didn't see where they were headed? My head is blasting. Thank you anyways. Yes, it's alright. We'll find them. We can't go on much longer though. This music is getting intense. Where to next? Let's try the entrance. Or... oh my gosh. This is so dumb. Let's go to the entrance. I dread the idea of crossing paths with the crow bouncer again, but time is not on our side. Besides, where else would we go? We travel quickly, only stopping when we reach the exit and take in our surroundings. Nobody here. The bouncer surveys us with wary eyes. You lot. Sorry for the trouble. Have you seen two people in cracked masks run out of here? No, but I sure can arrange for that. Oh my gosh. Excuse. Why is he so mean? Come here, punk. Excuse me? This better not be happening again. It's no use. Let's go back inside. Yeah, that's right. One route you can. Ah! I bite back another insult before nudging Francesco back inside with me, and we sigh in near unison. That person is not having a good day, I think. I don't think they ever do. We pause for a second. Where to next? Oh my gosh, the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. I feel like if I go to the stage, we're going to pass out. Or maybe something good, or I don't know, but I think we're gonna pass out. Bathrooms tend to be a decent hiding spot in most clubs, and as they're packed with people. We have to wedge ourselves in between long waiting lines instead, shuffling past anxious patrons and a handful of groaning dancers with blister-inducing heels. Why are you wearing heels in a place like this? Do you really think... well, I guess for fashion purposes, but either way, you're standing the whole time. Wear some flats. Do you really think they would have come here? Well, hiding among crowds is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Doesn't hurt to give it a try. Hey, quit pushing. Groan. We push for a little longer, but see nobody out of place. Let's go back. Yeah. Actually, I doubt we'll find them at this point. It's been so long. How much did you have in your purse? My heart sinks right down to my stomach. Don't tell me those were your life savings. His breath hitches. I had no choice. I had to take it all with me. Ah! What? We stand in uncertain silence for a while, slowly weighing down by the realization of what just happened. It's not your fault. You couldn't help it. Oh my gosh! I wanted to find it. There's nothing I can do right now. Authorities, if you want to call them that, are useless here. People are victims of petty thieves all the time. These thieves... don't tell me they were actually at the front of the fucking, like, dance floor. That's gonna bother me. These thieves could have also just shed their masks and blended into the crowds, and we'd be no wiser. Tell me, what are you gonna do now? His lower lip trembles. I'm going back up to my family, that is. Are you sure? He tenses up before unexpectedly raising his voice. What else can I do? I have nothing to pay for anything here. I'm a failure. There's no other way up. We don't have to give up, Philip. We don't have to. But I will. Dejected, he takes a step back, then another. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, goodbye. He's so... Anger! He's gone before I can make another move, and I'm here alone once again. I want to believe the horrible feeling in my chest is a consequence of having lost a precious lead for Lunar Acor. But I know that it's because I lost him now. Oh my gosh. All I can do is search more for Acor and purpose. And purpose. And perhaps for a stuffed purse, perhaps a chance to see Francesco again. Even if that chance is but a slim one. Bad end. You were too late? Die! Die!
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back. We're gonna search the front of the soundstage. First and foremost. Up close to the musicians, I feel the deep pulsations even more. This part of the club is especially affected. Clothes littered on the floor and masks are strewn about haphazardly. Nothing here? I check with Francesco, who shakes his head slowly. No, nothing. His gaze lingers on two barely dressed dancers rubbing against each other. And I have to give his arm a short tap. It's too loud here, we have to go. Yeah, keep your eyes to yourself, Philip. They'll think what they want. What? They'll think you want to join. Oh. No, that's not it. We push past the scantily clad crowd and keep searching, when some of the masks on the floor seem to grab his attention. They were the... Bro, they were wearing these masks. So they've been here, ditched their masks and everything, the slippery bastards. We need to keep going. Yes. Where to next? Let's go to the corner, because that's when the guy tells us he actually saw something. No? Right? Yes. He tells us he sees something. And then at the bar, the chick tells us she sees something. And then... Damn! What did I remember? The back of the dance floor was nothing, the club entrance was nothing, and the bathroom was nothing. What about the crowd? By the time I make it to the very center of the crowd, I've lost Francesco again. Why? This time I allow it. I can always reunite with him at a later point. That's not so much the case with his purse. My eyesight is starting to blur a little at this point, and there's a heavy warmth swelling inside me, growing with every intake of smoke. But I do see something. No way. Oh! Francesco holding a coin pouch, standing in front of the two very skittish people. In return, he holds out some cracked masks to them. I'm sorry, but I hope you understand why I'm asking you to return this. What you did wasn't very kind. Please take your mask back too, okay? You're making a mess of the floor otherwise. Are you serious? He's lecturing them about theft? I've never met someone with so little common sense. Anyway, please don't do that again, okay? These thieves don't say a single word. Their eyes meet, and after another moment of uncomfortable silence, they leave after taking the mask from him. I finally join him. Philip. Degenerate, look, I got my money back. Oh, I'm just so happy I could dance. He stumbles, knees shaking. Well, you could dance, or you could take a break on one of the benches outside, where we're not getting pumped full of pheromones. But we're only getting started. Oh my gosh. How did you manage to get a hold of that pouch anyway? Oh. I just asked them. You can't be serious. But I am. You know I wouldn't lie to you. What? What? What thief would just hand over their treasure? It makes no sense. Right. Inside me, doubt continues to claw relentlessly. What is it that really happened here? I don't have the time to ponder the question all that much, because the haze swiftly returns to my mind. He just asked for it back and got it back? The blurry heat of hot smoke and heartbeat like bass leaves my sanity hanging on by a thread. It's so hard to breathe. I turn to face Francesco again. He's squirming still, trying to shake off the heavy fog with some more dancing, only for his body to give up on him a few seconds later. Hey. No, I don't want to leave. Oh my gosh, this guy. He's such a cutie patootie though. I heave a shaky sigh, trying my utmost to stay sane. Then my hand finds its way to the top of his head to give his hair a ruffle. It easily slumps under my touch. We have to, we're not safe here. I don't care. Aw. Well, I do. We'll come back someday, but for now, this isn't right. After a few seconds of hazy silence, he nods and gazes back up, lips twisted in uncertainty. You promise we'll come back? Yes. I think. Yeah, I promise. After one last peek around the crowded, pheromone-soaked local, we scurry towards the exit, stepping over piles of clothes and dancers as we do. What seemed like the beginning of a night of debauchery just a few minutes ago is starting to morph into something more aggressive. Gasps ripple throughout the crowd when the first punch is thrown. Then the second one results in a third, and by the time we've made it out of the main room, it's a cacophony of screams and bloodied knuckles. It could have been us. What the heck? Why did someone just punch someone? The cold cavern air has never felt so good before. This is the second time I've done someone's route and died the first time. Or not died, just failed. Just failed. What's his name? What's his name? Kier? I died in the first one. This one, I just straight up failed. Oh my gosh. I feel terrible. I fill my lungs with it, taking in deep gulps of oxygen until I feel the fog slowly lifting from my mind. Every breath after that, my thoughts come easier. I'm overcome with relief, grounding myself 1 second at a time. And I see Francesco coming to his senses too. Looks like this smoke doesn't stay in the system all that long. The streets are still as alive as when we entered the club, as we quickly find ourselves on the road to a quieter location. Fran falls into step... what? Beside me, hesitant. Degenerate? Hey. Feeling a little better? Yes, but I acted strangely while I was under the influence, didn't I? What's with that smile? What? What's going on? His cheeks are deeply flushed. Well, that's hardly your fault. Those are some pretty hefty gases in the air. That's no excuse. I can only ask you for your forgiveness and hope that I can make it up to you someday. Here we go. His shoulders slump, crestfallen. I think we completed our mission, though. Experiencing things, right? That includes awkward mishaps? Oh. We share a smile. Yes, I suppose you're right. Right. Our footsteps take us back to the bridge where we first... that was an experience, like I said. Where he first gives me his confession. The lanterns still soak our surroundings in rich reds, reflecting against the inky darkness of the river surface. The only sound that cuts through the crowd's buzzing in the background is the water's slow trickling. Finally, we've got a place to breathe. I hope you still had fun despite the interruption. Yes, I did. But did you? It was something, that's for sure. Oh. You better not be thinking of apologizing. The guilty tug of his lips tells me everything I need to know. Let's hang out a bit before we go. There's something I want to ask you. We both slump down on the damp wooden boards of the bridge. Now that we're here, my mind hones back on my actual goal, the Lunar Ikur. I want to press him some more on his family. There's still so much I don't know about this person in front of me. But I can't do that right now. My mind churns with possibilities. I'm relying on his apparent richness and influential family to be able to lead me to the OBSCURA one way or another. I'd be indebted to them for life, but I would live, at least. The chances of him lying is real, and so is the chance of his family not being able to afford it either. Then, the chance of someone spending that amount on somebody they barely know is slim at best. Am I doing the right thing? I'm taking such an extreme risk. But if I search on the side and keep my eyes peeled, I decide that it's a risk that I'm willing to take. Degenerate? Huh? What did you want to ask me? No, it's nothing. I'm glad we met. Oh, yes, me too. If he's confused about my sudden withdrawal, he doesn't show it. Instead, we bask in the cavern air and the glowing lantern lights. We don't speak during this time. We just let the minutes pass, until my back starts feeling a little sore and my stomach rumbles in protest. I'm gonna start heading back. Yes, it's about time to rest. Will you be alright getting back on your own? You're the one asking me? Yes. Thank you. I'll be fine. Silence hangs in the air for a little moment until he reaches for my hand again. And just like when we first met, he kisses the back of my hand. And I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, maybe? You're on. Wow. We never even asked for it? What the heck? What is this route? When I start heading back, taking a long detour around the maze stalls, I smile under my mask. I'm tired, but the new friend gives me energy. Enough energy to sweep through my newly arrived merchandise one last time for the day and see if anyone has any new information. It doesn't take long for a creeping discomfort to prickle the back of my neck. What? I speed up a little, but the sensation never leaves. Ooh. When I turn around and understand why, I'm faced with two people in masks and the outfit that I can't help but recognize. His bodyguards. Hello, degenerate. How do you know my name, bro? Well, I mean, I hope you don't mind us taking a bit of your time. After all, you've been spending a lot of time with the young master. Okay? The young master? Oh. Is there something I can help you with? Naturally. It's simple, really. We just need you to cease all contact with the young... Okay. This is going to be rough. And why is that? He's an adult. He's free to make his own decisions. You're wrong. You live in two very different worlds, I believe. You may not understand the kinds of responsibilities he has on the surface. But please do him and us a favor by leaving him alone, yes? I've done nothing wrong. You are getting in the way. Yes, in the way of his important duty. Consider this our first and last warning. I'm seething, and I don't find it in me to answer them. Instead, I nod and wait until they're on their way. Trusting... Treating me like some kind of scum. Ugh. It's all I can think of, all the way back to the Leaping Bear. How can I meet with Francesco with these pesky guards watching our every move? I'm so tired, too tired to think about it right now. The warm atmosphere of the inn and the clean sheets welcome me after an eventful night. Oh my gosh, I tear my damn. Now I can't hang out with him no more. Cause two random dudes came up to me and was like, "You're disturbing him. Nah, nah. You can't hang out with him anymore. Cause he has duties up above." Who cares? He's down here now. We could spend all the time. All of it. I tear my mask off and toss it aside without much regard, collapsing into the bed shortly after. There's still so much I need to do, but I have to take it one step at a time. And so, after closing my eyes, I die. I'm sorry. A dark, dreamless sleep quickly takes me. The day after, I disregard the bodyguard's warnings and decide to make my way to our usual meeting spot at the bridge. It's a long shot, but Francesco would know to find me here. And those guards cannot blame me for it. I doubt they'd hurt their young master either. Sure enough, what I estimate to be half an hour after sitting myself down, I notice him jogging over with the usual wide smile on his face. Hey, Philip. He scratches the back of his head, occasionally looking back nervously. I assume they confronted you? Yeah. So he knows. Yeah. They gave me a bit of an earful, yes. He's quiet for a second. Yes, I'm sorry. I can't stay for very long. My heart sinks. That's fine. We'll figure it out. We will. I still want to continue our adventures, but we'll have to be careful from now on. I don't want them to what? I don't know. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'll do everything to make sure I get back to the surface soon. The lump in my throat only grows. What is it that's so important up there, Francesco? He hesitates again. I told you before. I can't tell you yet. Bear with me, please. I'm sorry. His constant apologies do nothing to calm my doubts, but all I can do is accept. Where are we headed next? I'll let you know. I haven't decided yet, but I'm sure we'll have another great adventure before long. His head turns around again, body language oozing paranoia. I have to go. Well, let's meet up here tonight, okay? I stand up and brush off my cloak. Yeah, let's. He's off before I can give him a proper goodbye. In the wake of his departure, all I can do is stare at the lantern swaying calmly above the water. We'll figure it out. I repeat that to myself over and over until I'm ready to lose myself in the marketplace again, and prepare myself for another round of the lunar ichor hunting. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Neutral! There are uncertain days ahead? Okay. Why that part is so slow, I don't know. Anyways. We did it. I didn't want a neutral ending though. I wanted a good ending or a best ending. But I guess that's fine. That was Obscura Francesco's route. He was the final character. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave it a little smooch. Leave the like button a little smooch. And subscribe for more videos just like this and others. And Obscura when it updates. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.